In this video, we'll go over all the WoW news from the past week and try to compress it into a bite-sized video. This week is Mists of Pandaria Time Walking. Out of all the Time Walking events, this one is one of the more important ones, since you can turn in Time Walking tokens for Angler Rep to get your Water Strider mount, one of the 2 Water Walking mounts in the game, and one of the most useful mounts because of it. Remember, the rep tokens are mined on account, and you get 500 badges for your first Time Walking dungeon on each character. So you can just run one dungeon on all of your alts and funnel all the rep tokens into one of your characters to get the mount. And the Legion Archaeology Bi-Weekly is still the one for the 5k gold vendor trash item. This week on Thursday will be the start of Hallows End. Hallows End has a lot more things to collect than pretty much any of the other holidays and stuff to do. I'll have a quick rundown in next week's video after I see if they add anything new this year. Blizzard did a Q&A this past week talking about upcoming changes to the game. Here's a quick little rundown of things they said. Azeroth armor will be receiving an extra outer ring with spec-specific traits. Azeroth armor has a reforged cost because they don't want you to be reforging them all the time, and hope that adding a spec-specific trait will cause people to do it less. Tanks will be getting a look at, as DKs and monks are too strong, and warriors and bears are falling behind. Healers will be getting a slight overhaul, as some classes, like Disc Priests with a high skill ceiling, are performing better than all the other healers. So they want to bring the other healers more in line. Also, just to add to this, I personally play Disc Priests, so this comment scared me a little bit, as this always means nerfs when they say something good about your class in a Q&A. I've taken a peek at the PTR, and Disc Priests have already gotten some minor nerfs to damage, and I hope it stops there. On the PvP front, Warlocks, DKs, and Shadow Priests are getting a look at, but nothing stated yet. In the new patch, Alliance will be getting the Warfront first, and the Arathi Warfront isn't going anywhere, so there will just be 2 Warfronts going on at the same time. Also in the new patch, they plan to double the rep awarded from Legion content to allow farming allied races to be quicker. While not official, they did say they could add smaller 2-piece set items or other flavor effects added across the game in place of the missing tier set bonuses. RP realms do shard in new content, such as Zandalar and Kul Tiras, but the old world should remain unsharded. They are currently working on the group finder for Mythic Plus dungeons to allow you to list keystone levels and whether you are looking for a specific key or bringing your own. In other news, the people behind the add-on Weak Auras found a code that showed what appeared to be sub-number data, and after looking through it, surmised that only 1.5 million people were subscribed to the game. Now, considering the lowest amount of subs WoW has ever had and its lowest point in Warlords of Draenor was 6.5 million, these numbers are so obviously wrong that everyone jumped on the data and tore it apart. Even someone from Blizzard stepped in and simply said the numbers were not correct. And the person from Weak Auras also admits they were most likely off as well. So while BFA has had a very negative reception at the moment, it's not doing anywhere near as bad as the leak may suggest. And now, weather with DevBot the WeatherBot.
15 minutes is 1% of your day.
Okay, and now on to the mini fact of the day. This one comes from the WoW Diary book. Did you know that the first working title for Vanilla WoW was World of Warcraft Into the Maelstrom? They eventually cut the Maelstrom part and just kept it as World of Warcraft. Probably because Vanilla WoW had nothing to do with the Maelstrom, but they might have had plans for it. You wouldn't believe how many things got cut from the development table. And this week's smaller YouTuber shoutout is for Thacket. They have this machinima series called Vanilla, which is about, well, something. I'll be honest, the plot doesn't really make any sense, but the story doesn't take its plot seriously, so it's fine since it's a comedy first. There's 2 seasons of it currently, and they do finally explain why it's called Vanilla in Season 2. And they are working on a Season 3, so there's more to look forward to. And with that, I'll see you all next week.